Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup. No, no, he setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a beast.
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Well, world-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael.
Oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. There's an oh, it's a setup, it's a setup, it's a setup. Trailer, there's a mo, it's a
Shut the fuck up! Fucker! Move! Damn it! Alrighty, you folks at home, we are just 55 days away from GTA 6 Trailer 1 Anniversary. And the fake gamers can't handle it, but I can. And we will be covering this all the way up until at least the 1 year anniversary, which of course is 55 days away for GTA 6 Trailer 1. And if history is any indication, Rockstar will be pulling the curtain back yet again on the biggest entity in all of video, of course, Grand Theft Auto 6. And we got someone coming through, popping the chair before the show begins here, and it's IAD. That's what we love to see. IAD is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. Popping the cherry right there. IAD is coming through, supporting the show on this glorious Friday here. We are live talking about the biggest entity in all of video. It's windy out here, so the audio is going to not be fantastic here today, but nonetheless, it is what it is. 55 days, and Rockstar could be pulling the curtain back. Decided 666 coming through. Member for 31 months. Let's give a round of applause for the long-term commitment right there. Death Cited 666, member for 31 months. And as such, we're going to acknowledge that in a way that makes sense. Death Cited 666 is in the building and coming through with a long-term membership. That's what we're talking about. Death Cited 666 in the building, member for 31 months. It ain't nothing but dubs and love here on this glorious Friday. Folks at home, we are 55 days away until the anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. We need you guys to lock in and hopefully lock in a way that makes sense. So go ahead and hit the like button. If we get to 100 likes, we will do a game session here today. If the technology, of course, allows it, we will do a game session like we did yesterday. You guys needed that game session, so we're going to bring the game session. What the fuck is on me? We're going to bring the game sessions back if, of course, we can hit 100 likes. So we need you guys to start tapping on the screen if you're on mobile, and we need you guys to start participating in a way that makes sense on this glorious Friday. We are 55 days away until the biggest entity in all of video, GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary, and Rockstar could very well pull the curtain back, and Death Cited 666 is coming through. He's coming through hard and strong, member for 31 months, and now coming through with the $10 super chat.
$10 through super chat. Good Friday, Mac will show these people the glory that will be GTA 6. So sad, saddest it's ever been.
It's what we love to see.
People wrestling, Chinese for acquisition. People wrestling, Chinese for acquisition.
Coming through, and in a way that makes sense, Death Cited 666 is in the building here. Member for 31 months, and now coming through with the $10 super chat. Plop of the Bruce Wayne bucks on the table here as we are live covering this game before anyone else is for that. Really, honestly, there are bugs out here, and we got to sit right back down. Death Cited 666 is coming through with the $10 super chat, and of course, a member for 31 months coming through, and in a way that makes sense, Mr. Loyal, Death Cited 666 in the building. Coming through, we'll give you that two-time Tony Hawk combo right there as Death Cited 666 is plowing through here. And in a way that makes sense on this glorious Friday, we are 55 days away from Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. And if history is any indication, Rockstar will be pulling the curtain back in just 55 days for Grand Theft Auto 6 in some capacity, whether it be an update, whether it be new screenshots, whether it be Trailer 2. For the most part, and we are lagging already, and that's not great, but for the most part, it seems like a very, very strong likelihood that Rockstar will be pulling the curtain back in just 55 days. We're not talking 6 months, we're not talking a year, we are talking just 55 days. Rockstar Games pulling the curtain back on the biggest entity in all of video in just potentially 55 days. It's right around the corner. So right after Black Ops 6 comes out, you guys are going to be focusing on this because this is going to be the talk of the town in just a couple of months. And we got loud trucks out here. Unbelievable. Shadow of Yarn is coming through with the with the $2 super chat, rather. Let's go ahead and get them likes up, and I agree with that. If we get to 100 likes, we will do a quick game session here. We have Shadow of Yarn in the building here. And he's joining IAD and Death Cited 666 with, of course, the two-time Tony Hawk combo. Shadow of Yarn is in the building, coming through in a way that makes sense. We need you guys to lock in here today. on this glorious Friday. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. The chat is moving a little too slow for my liking, and you guys need to hit the like button and start sharing the show, because there's only so much I can do. I have deployed the notifications, and people are just reluctant to talk about this game, which is ironic because in about 2 months from now, this is all that they're going to be talking about. So we're a little ahead of the curve, and it's better to be early than late. Let me tell you that. If you show up to the job interview late, they are not going to consider you. If you show up early, you might look like a stupid idiot, but nonetheless, they might consider you because it shows that you are committed. So, quite frankly, that's what we're doing here. We are covering this a little early, and a lot of people just can't be bothered to lock in this quick, this early out, I guess. 55 days until the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. And of course, Rockstar will be pulling the curtain back on this game. We can tell you that right now, okay? You're just going to have to hold your horses and wait this one out. And of course, we got Call of Duty Black Ops 6 coming later this month. We'll be covering that in some capacity, more than likely, because I do have the game. I forgot that I bought the game, but we do have, because we pre-ordered it for the beta, we pre-ordered the $100 edition. All these games are $100, and that leads me to my next thing. And we're going to come over here, and this game's going to be $200. You might as well just lock that in right now. So you better start saving up, because this is going to be more than likely a $200 video game. And I think Rockstar, they know that they can come out of the woodwork and say, hey, this is going to be $200, because no one's going to look at that and say, well, they're not going to question it. You have waited 12, 13 potential years for this game. Rockstar is going to come out of the woodwork. Take-Two is going to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, wait a minute, we can slap the $200 price tag on this game, and people will consume, and that's the way it's going to work. That's the way it's going to work. They have been milking GTA 5 since 2013. In 2013, guess what the cell phones looked like? They were tiny, right? Obama was president, right? Okay, a lot has changed. So it's been so long, gamers are thirsty. In fact, they're not thirsty, they're starving. And as such, Rockstar knows this, Take-Two knows this, and as such, this will be the first early access game to hit the $200 price tag, or at the least $150. If Rockstar and Take-Two come out of the woodwork and they only charge $100 for early access, it's a fucking deal. Unless the game's, of course, trash, then it wouldn't be worth it. And of course, that's a massive possibility that this game won't be great, and we've talked about those time and time again. Man, for a Friday, it's active out here. We got a lot of people just unbelievable. Spectators, everyone's getting excited for GTA 6. In 55 days, the curtain's going to be pulled back. Input Funny is in the building. Input Funny, did you like the game session yesterday? Did you like the game session yesterday, Input Funny? I think we've worked out the kinks, and today, if we do the game session, which of course, if we hit 100 likes, we will do the game session, but if we do the game session here today, if the technology allows for it, the quality should be a little bit better. We have adjusted the technology, and the quality should be a little bit better. So we're going to see how ultimately that unfolds. Guys, let's go ahead and hit that like button. We are 55 days away until Rockstar potentially pulls the curtain back for Grand Theft Auto 6, the biggest entity in all of Vidya. So we're talking the biggest, right here, the biggest entity in all of Vidya. Okay. In all of Vidya, okay? It's as simple as that. The biggest entity in all of Vidya, Grand Theft Auto 6. This is bigger than any of the Hollywood movies. It's bigger than any of the television shows. You guys need to lock in on this game, and this game will be the talk of the town, especially after Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Can you name one game that's coming out in November that anyone's going to be talking about? Because I can't remember what's coming out in November, if anything, and I'm going to tell you what, this game is going to steal the show. We got IAD coming through and popping the cherry. We got Decided 666 with the two-time Tony Hawk combo, and we have Shadow in the building. We got 3 supporters here today. Hard times. It's Kamala's economy. Well, the election's next month as well, so the election's before this. This is crazy. But nonetheless, GTA 6, the biggest entity in all of Vidya, and we know that this game is a woke slop fest. These are your main characters, the woke Bonnie and Clyde. Welcome to Florida. Grand Theft Auto 6 heads to the state of Lenota, home to the neon-soaked streets of Vice City and beyond, the biggest, most immersive evolution of Grand Theft Auto series yet, coming 2025, PlayStation 5 and Series X. And this is interesting to know. We'll go ahead and zoom in here if we can. And we can't zoom in here. The website is not allowing us to zoom in here. But we can go ahead and highlight this in a way that makes sense, hopefully. Because it says right here, the biggest, most immersive Grand Theft Auto game yet. What does that really mean? Well, it could mean a lot of things. We got Phantom Vibe with the Lowball Lonnie coming through. Phantom Vibe in the building. Coming through here. Phantom is coming through with the $2 super chat. Are you getting the PlayStation 5 Pro for GTA 6? We need to wait for trailer 2 right now. We need to wait for trailer 2, and we need to see how this is going to unfold. We're not going to rush out and buy hardware that we don't need and that we're not going to utilize when the software really doesn't, because most of the PS5 games are total garbage, right? We don't really care for most of those games. So we have to see how this game is going to turn out, and then we'll think about the hardware, because we still have plenty of time. The game isn't coming out it's not coming out next month, right? The game isn't coming out in December. It's coming out sometime in 2025, as we're led to believe right now as of this broadcast. So we have plenty of time to figure it out, and if this game is great, then we will consider maybe upgrading to the PlayStation 5 Pro, but that is a big if. Grand Theft Auto 6, we are 55 days away from the Trailer 1 anniversary, okay? So Trailer 1 anniversary, we are 55 days away from the anniversary. It's because it's going to be one whole year, and Rockstar is going to have to pull the curtain back quite soon on this one. I need you guys to lock in. Let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. Is Input Funny in here? Did we ask Input Funny about the game session yesterday? George Stepalofis is in the building. That's what we love to see. $5 super chat. George in the building.
Super chatted $5. I am getting the PlayStation 5 Pro for 6.
That's what we love to hear, and that's what we love to see. Have the pre-orders gone live for that? Georgie is coming through in a way that makes sense with the $5 super chat. Let's go ahead and add you to the acknowledgement board. Georgie is in the building and coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. Have the PlayStation 5 pre-orders gone live? I have no idea. And we need to see trailer 2 before we start thinking about new hardware. I have never seen it more busy out here in my life. It is unbelievable. You come out here and it's just spectator city. But nonetheless, Georgie is coming through, and he's coming through with the $5 super chat. We do appreciate that. If we hit 100 likes, and I don't know if that's going to be a possibility, but if we hit 100 likes, we will jump into the game session here today, and we could be playing a brand new game here. If, of course, the technology allows for it. It might not. It could crash. Georgie in the building coming through with the $5 super chat. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. 55 days until the 1-year anniversary for Trailer 1, Grand Theft Auto 6. And if history is any indication, Rockstar could very well be pulling the curtain back yet again for the biggest entity in all of entertainment in just 55 days or less for Grand Theft Auto 6. And right now, it's not the talk of the town, but in just 55 days or so, this will be, everyone's going to be talking about this. Right, so we're ahead of the curve yet again, and it's better to be ahead of the curve than late to the party. It's as simple as that, because right now people are still hung up on the Silent Hill 2 slop, but quite frankly, that is last week's news, right? That's last week's news, and eventually, especially after Call of Duty Black Ops 6, people are going to start shifting gears towards this and start focusing on the hype. The rumor and the hype is going to be off the rumor and the hype is going to be insane, right? When we get to late October here, the rumor and the hype, in early November, the rumor and the hype is going to be off the charts here as we get closer and closer to the 1-year anniversary for Grand Theft Auto 6. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense here, folks. We are just 9 likes away, and we will do our first game session here if we hit 100 likes. We need you guys to lock in here. We're going to crack open the Mountain Dew. It's getting hot out here. There's spectators and bugs all across the board here. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. We're not playing Dragon Ball Z Sparkling Zero. That just could never be me. We watched Dragon Ball Z when I was in probably middle school, but you know, I'm 30-something years old now. We're not going to sit around and watch anime, okay? It's not going to happen. So we're just 55 days away until the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6. Right now, you can't get on this conversation. And that's why I hope the shills come out of the woodwork to start talking about this game so that you can get your butt right back up in here and start having these conversations surrounding this game. Because right now, it's impossible for you to talk about this game. We're literally just 55 days away until the 1-year anniversary. That is a fact for Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 1. And for some reason, people cannot get locked in. We're not 6 months away. We're not a year away. We're 55 days away until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. What does that mean? Well, that means that Rockstar could very well pull the curtain back yet again on this game. Now, does that mean that they're going to? Absolutely not. But if history is any indication, it seems that this is going to be the case in just 55 days. And if you don't believe me, you can look it up yourself. You can look at the history for GTA 5. You can look up the history for how they rolled out that. And you can also look up Red Dead Redemption 2 and the history of that and how they rolled out the trailers for that. And if we look at those two games and how Rockstar did the marketing campaign for those games and the trailers and all of that stuff, this seems like it's going to line up with what they have done in the past. And that's why we're just 55 days away until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. Could Rockstar pull the curtain back on Trailer 2? That, of course, is the big question. We need you guys to lock in here today in a way that makes sense. Let's go ahead and get one in the chat. We're almost approaching the 100 like marker here. And we will be jumping into our first game session. If, of course, the technology allows. Yesterday it was working, but here's the thing. Once we turn these games on, it goes in full screen, right? So we don't even know if it's working. We just have to assume that the technology can handle it. And it seemed like it could yesterday, but there were a few hiccups. So we have hit 100 likes, folks, and as such, we're going to be jumping into the first game session to wake you guys up. So we have hit 100 likes. Let's go ahead and hit dub in the chat. Dub in the chat. We have hit 100 likes. You guys need to start sharing this show. We should have 250 viewers minimum when we talk about this game, the biggest entity in all of video, Grand Theft Auto 6 Trailer 1. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1, 55 days away. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense here. So we're going to be jumping into our first game session. Input Funny, are you ready for this? We're going to be pushing the technology here. We are not running these games through the cloud. Okay, I need you to lock in here and understand the technology, right? We're not playing these games through the cloud. We're playing these games locally, and we're not plugged in, right? So there's a lot of things going on here, if that makes any sense. Input Funny probably knows what I'm talking about. And Georgie's coming through with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. Georgie's in the building with the 2-time.
Georgie Cifuentes super chatted $5. Michael, which console are you playing GTA 6?
PlayStation 5. We will be playing GTA 6 on the PlayStation 5, whether it be the PlayStation 5 Pro. I'll tell you this, and I've said this before, I don't need my Xbox. I need to sell that thing because it's useless, right? I have a gaming PC. It plays all the Xbox games. There's literally no reason to have the Xbox. In fact, it's unplugged right now, and it won't be plugged in anytime soon. Of course, Stalker 2 is coming out, but again, I can play Stalker 2 on the PC the same exact moment that I can play it on the Xbox. So what's the point in playing the Xbox? What's the point in having the Xbox? Let's not talk about Xbox, because right now it just doesn't really make much sense. So the PlayStation 5 is where we're going to be playing. That's where we play most games. The PlayStation 5 is really the only game console that you need. Not even the PlayStation 5 Pro, but just the PlayStation 5. Georgie's coming through with, I believe now, the 2-time Tony Hawk combo here. 2-time Tony Hawk combo here for Georgie as we jump into the game session here very shortly. So Georgie's in the building. Let's go ahead and get some dubs for that. Georgie is in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Plus, the DualSense features on the PlayStation 5 are going to be worth it alone, right? The Xbox doesn't have that, so it's like, well, you're going to be able to feel the sand when you walk on the beach in GTA 6 through the DualSense controller. And of course, this isn't coming out to PC, and it confirms it right here if you scroll down here on the official website. If we scroll down here on the official website, PlayStation 5 coming 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Series X. It's literally right there. So it's not on PC, at least as the initial release goes here. Coming 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S. And I would love to see how this game performs and runs on Xbox Series S. That might be a shit show. So with that said, we're going to be going ahead and jumping into the first game session. I don't know where these viewers are at, but they're not in here. And I'll tell you this, as we get really close here to this, they're going to be piling in, right? They're going to be piling in. Because we're still 55 days away. I understand people don't have patience, especially in this ADHD generation. But when we're down to 30 days, when we're down to 25 days, when we're down to 15 days, and the hype and the rumor mill starts getting really crazy, you guys are going to start coming back up in here. And, well, we hope that you join us for our coverage for GTA 6 Trailer 2 or whatever Rockstar did, because there could be a delay announcement in 55 days. But I can tell you this, I mean, I really strongly believe that we're getting something in 55 days. I don't think Rockstar is going to ignore it, and if they do, quite frankly, it's a red flag. If they ignore this game on the 1-year anniversary for Trailer 1, it's going to be a massive red flag. I have never seen it more populated out here in my entire life. Okay, with that said, what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to be jumping into the first game session here. Is Input Funny in here? Because guess what we're playing, bud? We got to get it figured out in a way that makes sense. There's too many windows to minimize here. We're going to be out of RAM here. And we're going to go ahead and play this Mafia 2 demo. Let's go ahead and kick it off with that. We had some fun with that, and that's kind of in line with this game, GTA 6, right? So let's go ahead and jump back in for a little quick session here for Mafia 2. And the demo is great because it gives us about 15 minutes to play this game. That's plenty of time to play this game. Of course, it could crash. The game is opening up right now. It's in full screen. Steam is opening up. Why is Steam opening up? We don't want Steam. Okay, here we go. The game is in full screen here. We need you guys to lock in a way that makes sense. I can't get back to OBS, so it might not be working. The entire system might have already broken here. And here we go. We're getting right back to it. And once we do it, we should be able to get it up on the screen here. And you're going to have to let me know if this is working. It should be working, but I have no idea if it is in video. This is the first game session. We hit 100 likes, and as such, we are running this locally on battery. There's a lot going on here. Can the technology handle it? Let's go ahead and get it. Look at that music. Unbelievable. Look at the soul of this game. You know, the new Mafia game is going to be trash. They're going to make it like Red Dead 2 ripoff. And they should really just go back to this. Look at this. They really should just go back to this because that new Mafia game. We're going to go ahead and pause it right here. One in the chat if you can hear me. One in the chat if you can see. What the hell is going on? Oh my God. Dude! Dude! What the hell is going on? Dude! I hope you go. Oh my God! I hope you guys are seeing this. Oh my God! She drove it in the pool.
All right, I'll get out of here before I change.
Oh my God!
I didn't do anything to you.
How are they getting out? Dude, what is going on? The whole game just broke. How, you know, you look at a situation like this, and really, honestly, you can't fix it. Is it working, guys? I need a 1 in the chat if this is working. Why is Steam open? It's sucking up more juice. Is it working? We can hear and see. Input funny, is it working? We have paused the game for a moment. Is it working? Is it working? We're going to go back to the game here in just a moment. That was crazy. We have officially... I didn't even do anything. I didn't even do anything, and the game was just doing its thing. Let's go ahead and get into this car here. Guys, we need you to lock in here. We need you to lock in here. Guys, we need you to lock in here. Start hitting the like button, start sharing the show, get people in here. It's the biggest entity in all of video. Look at this right here. Smooth as butter. Look at that, we can get gas. And this is gonna be a thing in GTA 6, I can guarantee you.
Morning, pal. Full tank. Sure thing.
If it's not, it's gonna be a 0 out of 10. Look at this right here, we're getting gasoline.
Sorry about the prices, but gas keeps going up.
It's Kamala's economy. It's Kamala's economy.
You are?
The prices are going up. $2? He just filled up the entire gas the entire gas tank for $2? What the fuck? We getting him $2 back. What you mean, homie? We getting him $2 back. What you mean, homie?
Get the hell out of here.
We getting him $2 back. What you mean, homie? Oh, we got $43. Oh, the bugs. Look at this right here. Mafia 2, we got 6 minutes left in the demo. Plenty of time here. 6 minutes left in the demo. Why are they making Mafia back in the day? It's not even gonna have radio songs. I mean, it's just... We need you to lock in here. We're not locking in a way that makes sense. I don't know what you... I don't know what you need me to do, but you guys got to lock in 55 days. Because it's happened. We're getting trailer 2, I tell you that right now. You'd be a stupid idiot to think you're not getting trailer 2 in 55 days. That just could never be me. We're coming down here. We're going to go to the store. We're going to go to the store here with the old man. See what he's got in stock here today. Check it out in a way that makes sense.
You want me to take a
Look at this.
Have a Caucasian male carrying a large... Copy that. Suspect is about 6 feet tall, average size. Hey! Roger that. Officer down! Officer down! Shoot this asshole! 10-4.
Oh my gosh, he can't see me. Maybe not. Check this out, headshot. 3, 2, 1. Ooh! Ooh! One more shot. One more shot. This is it! What happened to my shoddy? What the fuck? Someone's coming through!
Snacks Bar super chatted $5.
That's what we're talking about.
G's will remember the pile of 200 bodies you piled up in Mafia 3 while CCR played in the background.
Exactly, that's what we're talking about. Snack Bar is in the building, and as such, we're going to go ahead and get you up on the acknowledgement board. I'm not sure if this is even working. The game's in full screen. You guys have to understand that I can't see if it's working or not, right? The game plays for me, but it might not be playing for you. Snack Bar is coming through with the $5 super chat. It's what we love to see. Is the game working or is it a stuttery mess? Because it's not on my end. So I don't know what you guys are seeing. Maybe it can't transmit the video. But when I play the game, it's buttery smooth. So what you're seeing, it might not be what I'm playing in terms of smoothness, right? So we're going to go ahead and resume the rest of the time that we have with the Mafia 2 demo because it is going to expire, and we're going to jump back in. Snack Bar coming through to appreciate that. Here we go. Easy, easy. Oh! What the fuck? What the fuck? What the hell? Oh my god, the gang is in here! Dude. We gotta turn that off, that's a virus. I don't know what just happened, but... How do we close the executable? It's a virus. 32-bit, by the way. Let's get that closed. And, hopefully it worked on the screen. If it didn't, there's nothing we can do. We're out of resources. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. The game was starting to break. I don't think the game was starting to break. You have to understand that when I'm playing the game, it's buttery smooth. I don't know what you're seeing on your end, but it probably isn't as buttery smooth as what I'm seeing. That was a great Mafia 2 session. You just pop that game in for 10 minutes and just crazy stuff starts happening. You know, and that's what GTA 6 needs to really embody, is just the craziness of the world. Like, the world has to have its thing going, and you know, usually they do have that working well, but especially for GTA 6, we need leaps and bounds more than what we've seen in the past. Only 177 viewers. People can't get locked in here, and here's the thing: when Luke Steffens makes his video about GTA 6, you guys are sure as hell going to be locked in here. You can't wait for Luke Steffens to start talking about this game and a bunch of other shills, because they will. Once Black Ops 6, once that entire cycle of talk and hype, once that fades and people stop talking about it and saying Call of Duty sucks, they're going to jump right into this game here and start speculating and surmising that. I'm telling you right now, we're about a month or so ahead of the hype train here, but the hype train will assemble soon enough. And once it does, once the hype train assembles soon enough, there will be more viewers in here. And more people are going to be reluctant. More people are going to be, you know, they're going to start talking about this. They're going to start hyping it up. It's a little choppy. Well, we're playing it locally, and we're playing it unplugged, and we're not using a dedicated GPU. So the fact that it even worked in some capacity, it's pretty stuttery. Show me your machine doing this. Show me your machine doing this. Go outside with your machine and see if you can do this. Because guess what, bud? We still have 73% battery life with a 10-minute 15-minute, whatever it was, gameplay session on top of the streaming that we're doing. So you tell me where you can make this happen anywhere else. It's as simple as that. So once the hype train assembles, nonetheless, 55 days. You got to understand we're 55 days away, and if you guys don't care about this game, you're a fake gamer. Now, I'm not saying this game is going to be good. In fact, we have reasons to believe that this game is going to be absolute garbage from top to bottom. But with that said, 55 days until GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. And you guys can't get locked in. What's it going to take? What's it going to take? What is it going to take for you guys to get locked in here and get hyped on this hype train? I don't understand. This is the biggest entity in all the video. We can't talk about it. We have no opinion about it. But when Luke Steffens talks about it, you'll have a big paragraph in his comments. You know what I mean? Make this make sense. Let's talk about this right here. This is pure speculation, but I think it's going to be probably very similar to what the reality will be for this game. First $200 early access game. I think that is fair. And quite frankly, I don't think that that's... This is going to be a big talking point, and people are going to turn on the game when that gets announced, more than likely. And of course, we don't know if it will. Maybe it won't. Maybe it'll be $100 like every other game. But if I were Rockstar, if I were Take-Two, I'd be milking this all the way and putting it up to $200, $250. Right? In fact, $200... To play this maybe a few days early, a week early, 2 weeks early, whatever the case could be, $200 ain't too bad to play the biggest video game on the planet. I mean, come on, man. You know, these trash-ass games are $100 to play 1 week early, right? Ain't nobody want to play that garbage. So it's like $200. I mean, yeah, that's steep, but to play the biggest entity in all the video, it's not too bad. So, but that's going to be a big talking point from the normies. They're going to say Rockstar fell off. They only care about money, this, that, and the third. And then this will be, and again, we could be wrong on both of these, the first GTA, all digital. So we're saying basically no disc. This is what we're surmising. Of course, we could be wrong. None of this could be true, but I think this will be the first $200 early access game. A very first, and I think Rockstar can really, I think they can do it. I think they could be the ones to pull it off, and then other publishers will follow. Eventually, EA will start looking at it and saying, well, Rockstar did it, we'll do it too. So they'll up the price to $150 and then gradually get to $200 within the next 5 or 10 years with these early access games. But I think this will be the first GTA that will be all digital, at least day one. I don't think there will be a disc, and I think that's okay. Because by the time this comes out, more retailers will probably stop selling physical media. So, first $200 early access game, that's what we're surmising. And we're also surmising the fact that this could be the first GTA game that goes all digital, at least for the launch. What do we think about these two things on the screen? We're going to do a poll because we know it's hard to talk in here. Is fucking tree branches. Is $200 too much for GTA 6 early access? I just paid $80. Hell, what was it? $80 or $90 for Silent Hill 2 48-hour early access, and that's a single-player survival horror game that has very little replayability. This is going to have a ton of replayability for a lot of hours. So we're going to do a poll here. Is $200 too much for GTA 6 early access? And we're, of course, surmising that that is going to be the case. It might not be. But nonetheless, is $200 too much for GTA 6 early access? And right now the poll is saying, you guys are saying it is. I disagree. I mean, here's the thing. If the game's trash, then yes, the answer is yes. If the game isn't trash and it really is a surprising piece of software, and it does go above and beyond expectations, then, you know, $200, that's fine. You know, Elden Ring had a collector's edition earlier this year for that DLC that didn't even include the game, and you got some fucking statue, and that was it, and people paid like $300 for that garbage, or $250 or whatever it was. So I think $200 to play this game early, GTA 6, I honestly don't, if the game is good anyway, I honestly don't think it's that big of a deal. But you will be seeing a bunch of losers come on here and start turning against this game and saying, oh, this game, you know, all of the talking points that I had, they're going to be copying them, right? I guarantee you, once the narrative shifts for this game, and it will, at least before launch, all they have to do is come out with pre-order information and a big price package, and people are going to go crazy. And they're going to say Rockstar has lost their minds, they fell off, and then they're going to go down that rabbit hole of, oh, look, Dan Houser left, Laszlo left, Leslie Benzies left, you know, all of the technical directors that made GTA what it is, they've all left, right? Those are going to be all of the talking points. I can guarantee you this. It's so predictable on where these losers go with their garbage ass content. They're going to use all my talking points because I know they all watch this show. They secretly watch this show. The big YouTubers secretly watch this fucking show. You won't believe who watches this show. They all fucking watch this show. But they'll never admit it, nor will they ever show their face in the comments or the chat. They all watch this show, and they regurgitate. Every time I do something, everyone else is copying it and doing it and getting all of the clout. You know, when I was the first streamer, as far as I know, to fly to a planet in Starfield. I did it live in real time. And Alana Pierce took the idea, and she ran with it, and she didn't even play the game, right? She was sleeping, and she took her spaceship to Pluto or some bullshit, and she got all the clout. She got, you know, all of the credit. When I was the first one to go, as far as I know, the first streamer to go to a planet in Starfield, I didn't get the press. I didn't get the publicity, right? Because we can't cover Michael, right? We can't cover his games journalism, right? We can't do that. We can't be bothered to do that because his eyes goes different directions. So, you know, and he's not going to get clicks. It's like, oh, some random YouTuber, you know, flew to a planet. We don't care. That's not sensational. That's not attractable, right? You get a lot of Pierce up on there, you're getting clicks. I understand it, but it's just like, and the same thing's going to happen here with this game. The talking points, I'm telling you this right here and right now, like, it's not hard to figure out where this is going. It's not hard to figure out where this is going. And again, we were there with Cyberpunk. We were... Let's not get into that, but... So, let's go ahead and take a look at the poll here. 61 votes. I don't know where the energy is at for these streams. You guys need to lock in. We're 55 days away. And the 100 is coming through here. That's what we love to see with the shekels.
The 111 super chatted 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agarot. Jason will probably be a sim.
Yeah, well, that's why it's going to be woke. So the 100 is in the building coming through, and that could be one of the woke factors of this game. The 1001, Jason will be a simp, and you see that in the trailer. You see Lucia, she's in control. She is the brains. Hell, she might be the... It's a sad situation where this game is going. I'll just say that. It's a sad situation. But the gamers, the fake gamers will defend it. They don't care. They love their wokeness in these games. They secretly do. They love the wokeness. They love the Sweet Baby Inc. coming in and destroying these games, especially these remakes and these classics. It's really sad. It's really sad. But let's go ahead and take a look at this poll here. And I asked 4 minutes ago, I feel like it's been longer than that, is $200 too much for GTA 6 early access? And we have 79 votes. 61% says yes, 39% says no. So you guys are saying $200 is way too much for this game for early access. I disagree. Even if the game is trash, it's GTA 6. This is bigger than any video game that you like. This is bigger than any movie that you like. This is bigger than any of those things. This is bigger than the gaming industry in and of itself. Like, I don't think you understand, like, the magnitude. And I don't even think the devs really understand, like, maybe they do, but it's like the fact that we heard earlier this year that the devs don't want to go back to the office to put this one through the finish line is insane. Like, to me, I would say, we got to have people on the same page. And if these devs are so woke that they don't want to go back to the office and put in the time to get this one to the finish line, then they need to be fired, okay? If they want to stay at home and bicker about politics on Twitter, they need to be fired. I don't care how talented they are. they're not committed to getting this one through the finish line to get it to the October or whatever the hell 2025 release date, right? If they're not committed to helping facilitate that, they need to be fired. I don't care about, they want the weekends off. No. That ain't how it rolls. Because the best games that were ever made were developed under crunch. You think the Beatles slacked off? The Beatles were a band for what, 9 years, 8 years? Look how many albums they put out and how many classic albums they made. They were fucking busting ass in that studio for years. They didn't slack off. And look at what they've accomplished. Changed the world, right? So if these woke devs want to sit around and bicker on Twitter about politics, which, it's funny how they complain about Trump and they're in the UK, like, make that one make sense. Like, I don't understand how that makes, that doesn't make any sense to me, but that's what they love doing, these woke losers on Twitter. They're in the UK and they're talking about Trump as if that has anything to do with, right? But if they're not committed to getting back into the office and helping get this one through the finish line, then they need to be fired. That's not how the football team operates, right? Tom Brady he's going to hype up his team, right? Coach is going to hype up the team. Someone's going to hype up the team. And if they don't want to take that football to the end zone, then they need to be on the bench. It's as simple as that. Oh, coach, my leg hurts. I can't perform, Well, then you're on the bench. It's not hard. It's not hard. This is the biggest game in all of Vidya, and when you have these woke devs coming out of the woodwork saying they can't handle it, then they need to be off the team. I don't care how talented they are. If they want to sit there and put their bullshit in front of this game, they need to be fired. And that's what we heard officially earlier this year, that some of the Rockstar devs were actually very upset that they couldn't stay working from home on this game. And that to me is a massive red flag. That to me is a massive red flag. Because this is not something they put out every year. This isn't... And he's coming through yet again. That's what we love to see. The 1-0-1-0 coming through with a two-time Tony Hawk combo.
111 super chatted 35 Israeli new shekels and 90 agrot. If GTA 6 disappoint, is there any hope left? Sadly not. Pray to God GTA 6 will save gaming.
No, there's no hope left after that. Oh, we are lagging significantly here. That's not great. Okay. There is no hope for gaming after GTA. If GTA 6 comes and goes, and it's a total disaster, there is no hope. I'm selling the consoles. I don't need the consoles. Unless Nintendo, we're lagging significantly here. I don't know what's going on. We might be running out of memory here. Something's happening. Let's start closing things here. What do we got on the... Yeah, we're using all of the CPU here. Why is the CPU at 97%? How do we get the CPU down? Okay, it's down to 86% now. Why are we so high? 80% on the central processing unit. How do we get that down? Why is that so high? Should not be that high. I don't know what we're running here. We're not going crazy here, but that processor is being overworked here. I don't know what's going on. That's why we're lagging. The processor is getting crazy. The processor is getting crazy. But if GTA 6 is not the game that we are clamoring for, it is going to be... well, we don't need the consoles anymore, quite frankly, because, I mean, we've waited 12 years for this game. 12 years. And what do they have to show for? This is woke, right? We weren't asking for a woke version of Bonnie and Clyde, but for some reason that's seemingly what we're getting. And I don't think that's interesting. It's Bonnie and Clyde, and we're seemingly getting a woke version of this. I don't know who was asking for that. If Rockstar can pull it off in a way that makes sense, it'll be interesting. Who's coming through? Isaac A's in the building. Remember, for 11 months, that's what we love to see. Isaac A in the building here. coming through in a way that makes sense with the 11-month membership. So they are making a Bonnie and Clyde woke version, and I just don't know who's really clamoring for that. But if Rockstar can pull it off, then it could be very interesting. Isaac A is in the building for 11 months, and now he's coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. And as such, we'll give you that 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Isaac A is in the building. Let's go ahead and get some dubs in the chat. Isaac A is coming through, and we are looking at the acknowledgement board here. We got IAD coming through, popping the cherry. Decided 666 with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Long-time member for, I believe, 31 or 32 months. Shadow of Yarn in the building. Georgie with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Isaac A with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. The 1001 with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Snack Bar. Phantom in the building here. It's what we love to see as we are 55 days away from the biggest entity in all of video, the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. We're 55 days for the 1-year anniversary. 55 days away, folks, and the hype train will assemble soon enough. It's as simple as that. But you're going to have to give it some time. You're going to have to give it some time. Are we lagging? We're going to have to figure out what's going on here. It's being maxed out here. Something's glitching, guys. The central processing unit is at 82%. How are we at 82% here? 91%. Why are we maxing out every... How that? No wonder why. Was it a slideshow earlier? Because we are at 94% memory and 93% CPU. Shouldn't be that high. We got a virus on the computer. I'm looking at the task manager right now. Microsoft Edge is using 14. What is this? It's Microsoft Edge GPU process. What in the blue hell is this? We're gonna close Microsoft Edge, and we're gonna come back right here because the computer is lagging. It shouldn't be doing this. I think we're running out of memory here. There we go. We close Microsoft Edge, and we're still at 84%. Shouldn't be that high. The whole thing is collapsing in real time. 72%, 74%. How much? We're still at half on the CPU. We're at 63% memory. We shouldn't be this high. I don't know what's causing it to. We got to close this. We got to close that too. We got to restart Microsoft Edge. It's hogging up a lot of resources here. And let's see. We close Microsoft Edge, and we're still at 63% on the 72% on the CPU. What is going on here? There's a virus on the computer. OBS is using 30%. Service host Windows camera. What in the blue shit is this? I don't know what's going on. We should not be utilizing all of those resources that quickly. That's absolute insanity. So if it is lagging, that's probably why it's lagging. I don't know how to get it down. It shouldn't be. I mean, this is crazy. We're going to go ahead and reset that right there and see if that helps. Is the computer lagging here? Unbelievable. How are we able to game earlier? We're running out of memory, folks. It is the task manager. You're saying close the task manager? Let's get that closed. That's a virus. Let's get that closed. The task manager is a virus. We've already dropped 47 frames. The task manager is a virus. Let's go back to the acknowledgement board here. IAD's in the building, popping the cherry. Decided 666 with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Shadow Georgie, 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Phantom Snack Bar, 1001 with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. Isaac A with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. And that's who we have for the acknowledgement board here today. As we're gonna boost this up to high performance here and see if this changes anything here. It's already on best performance. Let's go to balanced. We don't need it on best performance here. We're going to see if the resources can clear up here. We need you guys to lock in here. Let's go ahead and take a look at this poll here. And now we have 132 votes. 132 votes. Is $200 too much for GTA 6 early access? 64% says yes, and 36% says no. So you guys are saying $200 is off the table here for GTA 6 early access. Not the most technical guy. Okay, we're gonna get you banned, bud. You don't have a degree in computer science. Get out of here. Mike is coming through with the 5. That's what we love to see, bud.
Mike super chatted $5. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Too many devs not coming through in the project.
Yeah, when you're working on a creative endeavor and you have too many cooks in the kitchen and everyone's butting heads, it's not gonna make for a great final product. And as such, we're going to add you to the acknowledgement board here if we have the resources here. Mike is coming through, and he's coming through in a way that makes sense with the $5 super chat. That's what we love to see. Mike is in the building and coming through with the $5 super chat. We need you guys to lock in here. And let's see how we're doing on the resources. Control Shift Escape. And it is saying the task manager is using 82% of the total process utilization across all cores. Make this one make sense here. There must be something going on. There must be a Windows update going on in the background or something, because I don't think it should be utilizing it. That's absolute insanity. Yeah, well that's why gaming is in the shape that it's in now. Because there are too many cooks in the kitchen. You look at who made those older Tony Hawk games. You go to the credits of the old Tony Hawk games, and it shows the devs, and it's a bunch of guys in the basement. Like, I'm dead ass. Like, that's why the games were good. It was a bunch of dudes in the basement, a bunch of nerdy dudes in the fucking basement putting the game together. I mean, it's nothing like it is today, where they have to make sure that everything is sanitized and make sure that it doesn't piss anyone off, and they have to answer to suits. And it's just a total disaster is really what it's turned into here. Okay, let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the chat here. I don't know if this is still working. We probably won't be able to do a second game session here because we are seemingly having some issues here today, which we didn't have yesterday, as far as I understand. But Mike is coming through with the 5. We've already updated the acknowledgement board here. It's crazy how much games cost to make now. What happened exactly? Exactly. I would argue it's easier to make a movie than a video game, but I don't have experience doing either professionally, so I don't know. But, these movies cost so much to make, and it's like, well, it makes sense on why they cost. You got to pay the actors big money. Tom Cruise wants $100 million right off the bat, right? And plus the marketing and this, that, and the third. But these games, it's a little bit of a different story here. We're going to do another poll here. And we're going to ask, as we are just 55 days away for the GTA 6 Trailer 1, and we could watch it again, but I don't know if this is going to recover here today. Is Input Funny in here? He should be able to answer these questions. We're having computer issues here today. I don't know what's going on. The central processing unit, the CPU, is being totally maxed out for no reason. We shouldn't be at 52% utilization. That's absolutely insane. I don't know what's going on, folks. Something must be happening in the background here. I can't even close the task manager. It's lagging. Shouldn't be lagging. Maybe it's overheating, but I'm not sure. Guys, let's go ahead and get a 1 in the chat. We need you guys to start communicating in a way that makes sense, because Luke Steffens is going to make a video. In fact, one time I talked about this game, and Luke Steffens had a video about this right after I streamed. Pretty funny. And then they flock to Luke Steffens, and then they leave mountains of paragraphs on Luke Steffens' videos. They engage with the gaming discussion, but they can't overhear. We're locked in. 55 days. GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. Rockstar's pulling the curtain back on this game in 55 days. And in fact, you'll know beforehand, right? The rumor mill will start, and the leaks might come out. We'll know before 55 days if Rockstar is going to pull the curtain back. Input Funny, do you know how was the gameplay earlier? Because I'll tell you what, if the CPU was at 100%, there was no way that the gameplay wasn't. It must have been a slideshow for you guys, unless this just happened. No, you know, is Mafia still open? I think we have it closed. The task manager is using 83% of the CPU. This makes no sense. What is the task? The task manager is using 80. Bro, that makes no sense, bro. The task manager. So we're at 56% CPU, 68% memory. Why is... Look at this. Let's get this up on the screen. Let's get this up on the screen. I don't know what's going on, but it's getting crazy. Let's get this up on the screen, bud. And you'll see what we're talking about here in just a moment. Right here. This is what we're doing. Need you guys to lock in on that. I don't know why it's using so much power. How are we using... We're using 10 gigabytes of RAM? Bro, what is this? We're using 10 gigabytes of RAM? Bro, I don't have anything open. I got OBS and we got Microsoft Edge and Paint. That's it. As far as I know. That's it. I have no idea what's going on. Close Chrome. We're not using Chrome. You know what? Let's get you banned, bud. I just said we're using Microsoft Edge. Cállate. God. Close Chrome, by the way. We're not using Chrome. And I've already closed Microsoft Edge. Yeah, it's not behaving. It's not behaving. I just closed on Edge. I just closed Edge. We're going to close Edge. But I can't see the chat. We're going to close Edge. We just closed Edge. And let's see if anything drops. Hell, it went up. What is sucking up all the resources? Oh my God. Well, it's not lagging, but I think it was earlier, so I think we're still good, but I don't know why it's using all of those resources. It really shouldn't be using all those resources. We're not, you know, just seems like it's a little bit higher than it should be. But maybe it's not, I have no idea. Microsoft Edge is closed. Microsoft Edge is closed. So we're gonna come right back in. We're gonna come right back in here. And we're gonna see what this does. Guys, we need you to lock in here. It looks good on our end. The encoder is overloaded. I'm not even doing anything. I think it's overheating. I think that's the problem here. I think we're overheating today. Not sure. You have the Big Mac Chicken Edition today. It's basically 2 big nuggets with bread and Big Mac sauce. Not too good. Riveting. All right, we're going to go back and we're going to watch the trailer for GTA 6. We're going to go back and watch the trailer for GTA 6. We need you guys to lock in here in a way that makes sense. Are you guys ready or not? One in the chat if you guys are locked in. We are just 55 days. 55 days. Something's happening in 55 days with this game. If it doesn't, then... Well, I guess it doesn't, but... I think you're getting something in 55 days. Whether it's good or bad news, I think we're getting an update. And an update at this point is better than nothing, right? If Rockstar comes out of the woodwork and they say, hey, we need more time with this game to really bring it to that next level, which they could. What if they delay this game in 55 days? What if there's an announcement on the Rockstar website or wherever, and they come out of the woodwork and they say, hey, we need more time with this game, and as such, we're pushing it to 2026, and then they say trailer 2 is coming in spring of 2025. That honestly makes sense. I honestly think that could be a possibility, and I think we could learn that in just 55 days. I think there's a possibility here where they delay this game into 2026. They delay this game into 2026. And with that said, not only that, but I think they say trailer 2, because there's really no hype, there's really no reason to push it out. I think they say trailer 2, spring 2025. This could be a possibility here, and this is not great news, but I honestly think this could be in the cards here. This could be in the cards here. A possible delay. I could see this happening in maybe 55 days. What if they give us bad news in 55 days and they come out with this cyberpunk-like message and they say, we need more time on the game, push it to 2026, and then trailer 2 is coming spring of 2025. So that's the good news. The bad news is that delay until 2026. And again, we're not saying that this is going to happen. Maybe it's still totally on track for 2025, as it should be, but it isn't out of the realm of possibility that this could be a thing. And at the very least, I think maybe in 55 days, this also could be a thing. So 55 days is the 1-year anniversary. 55 days is the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1. And what if they say, what if they don't delay the game, but what if they say Trailer 2 is coming spring 2025? That could be the update in 55 days, right? What if in 55 days they come out of the woodwork, Rockstar comes out of the woodwork and says, okay, here it is, the 1-year anniversary, we appreciate all of the feedback, support, blah, blah, blah. And they announced that trailer 2 is coming spring of 2025. I think this would be bad news. It would deflate my hype, but I guess it's better than nothing. I think this is a very high chance. So, you know, it's like, well, trailer 2 could come out in 55 days. They could have that ready. It shouldn't take that long for them to put this trailer out. But with that said, there also could be some bad news here, and they could push trailer 2 back until spring of 2025. They'll delay it if Trump wins because they're woke? Probably. I mean, you know, honestly, that wouldn't be far-fetched. That wouldn't be far-fetched. You know, it's funny because once we get closer to the 1-year anniversary, the conversation is going to start really ramping up with this one. The conversation is going to really start ramping up with this game. We're going to go ahead and watch the trailer again because I think you guys need a moment to just soak it in again. Soak in the wokeness. So give me one moment here and we'll start figuring this out in a way that makes sense. Soak in the wokeness here. GTA 6 Trailer 1. You've seen it a million times. You're going to see it again here. So here we go. GTA 6 Trailer 1. Soak in the wokeness. Because you love it. You can't get enough of it.
Lucia, do you know why you...
Bro, you got Oprah Winfrey in this game, bro. Who's next? Tom Cruise? You know what I mean? You got Oprah Winfrey in this game. Like, there's so many ways that you could have started this trailer, and they chose to do it in a way that's just not even interesting. Like, at all. Who's coming through? Elvis Presley is in the building!
Elvis Estino super chatted £5.
Elvis Presley!
All the woke Jerry Lawler fans are totally out of control in 2024.
That's what we're talking about.
So sad.
Could never be me. Elvis Presley is in the building, back from the dead, and coming through with the $5 super chat. It's what we love to see. Elvis Presley is in the building. Let's continue the trailer here. You got Oprah Winfrey in this game. The wind is picking up. There might be a storm coming.
I guess.
Tom Petty is woke. Rockstar Games presents. And again, if this were Saints Row, you guys would start hating on this game. You wouldn't hear the end of it. If this were Saints Row, you would say, this is woke. You would. Because that's what you did. When they rebooted Saints Row and they did the characters a little bit different, you guys, well, the company's, Volition is no longer in business, right? And the problem with the new Saints Row game is that there was nothing fun to do in the game. That was the problem. You can put aside the woke storyline, you can put aside the woke characters and all that bullshit, but the problem with the new Saints Row game was that there wasn't anything fun to do in the world. It was a snooze fest. So they didn't understand that assignment, and they could have did so much with that kind of Southwest theme, but they didn't understand that at all, and that's why it sucked. Imagine making an open world game and removing the fun, just could never be me. If they had activities to do within the new Saints Row game that were actually fun, like the old Saints Row game. I remember a mission in Saints Row 2 where you had to be a security guard for celebrities. That was interesting, stuff like that. And then the Saints Row 2 was made by devs that wanted to have fun while playing it themselves, and it was very apparent. You had a zombie mini game in Saints Row 2, and it was a direct competitor to GTA 4 because Volition at the time when they were good. They looked at GTA 4 and they said, well, GTA 4 is serious. It's not like San Andreas. The tone's off. Not as much activity you can do within the game. And so Saints Row 2 was kind of that it was scratching that itch that GTA 4 wasn't providing. And I think that was what was needed. But here's the thing with this game, GTA 6. If this were the new Saints Row, you would say that this is absolute garbage. And I'm right, but you won't admit it. I'm right. The narrative. If this were Saints Row, if this weren't Rockstar Games, you guys, what the fuck? We got someone on a goddamn tractor. What the fuck? If this were the new Saints Row, you guys would say it's woke. So if this weren't from Rockstar Games, and it were from Volition, you would say this game looks like shit. But since it's Rockstar, it gets a pass. Let's make that one make sense. The trailer has 213 million views. Okay, well, Trailer 2 isn't going to get that high. Trailer 2, you know what? Let's go ahead and do a poll. Let's say Trailer 2 comes out in 55 days. Trailer 2, how many views? How many views in 1 week? Let's go 1 week. How many views in 1 week? Trailer 2, how many views in 1 week? Let's start 50 mil. That's too high. Let's go 35 mil. 50 mil. Because it took 100 million. First week. I don't even think it's going to hit 35 million. I think that might be a little too high. We might have to adjust this poll here. How many views in 1 week, Trailer 2? Presuming it comes out in 55 days or whenever it comes out. In fact, they might want to push Trailer 2 back to spring of 2025 because I think that will build even more hype. And I don't... 100 million, by the way. Who are these Rockstar shills in here? Oh my God. Yeah, Saints Row is dead, but you know what? This is dead too. So, I mean, it's a graveyard for these games, and there's no competition. Rockstar has money in the bank. Take-Two's got money in the bank, billions of dollars. There's no competition. You don't have Saints Row. You don't have Watch Dogs. You tell me how this makes any sense. There isn't any hype left for this game, and that's why the game's failed. That's why the game has failed. There is no hype for this game. The game has completely failed. How do you have the biggest, literally by the numbers, this is the biggest video game of all time, woke or not, the biggest video game of all time, and no one cares about it? Let's make this one make sense. So is gaming dead? Because without Call of Duty, without Fortnite, without FIFA, without Madden, without those type of games, this shit wouldn't be thriving. How many copies did Silent Hill 2 Remake sell? Probably less than 5 million. Ain't nobody buying that slob. You know, it's a cool little horror game, but after you beat it, there ain't nothing to do. And the modders are going crazy on PC because they're already bored out of their skull with the game. And they're removing the fog, and they're putting in CJ and all this stupid shit. Which I don't agree with, but we're not going to go down that topic because that's a sore subject. If you have to mod the game, then that means you're not content with the game. It's like buying a painting and saying, well, I want to repaint this. And it's like, well, I guess you can. I don't know. But it's just like this mentality of like, I'm going to buy it, but I know I'm not going to be content with it. It's like this weird ownership sort of like, I don't know. It's a Dr. Phil thing is really what it is. If you have to mod every single game that you buy on PC, there's a mental health issue there, and I can't help you. Just be content with what is served to you, please, and respect it. If you don't like it, don't buy it. Or make your own game. But having to go in and always mess around with these games and just make them better, you're not making them better. If you don't work professionally in the games industry, you have no say. The chat is totally dead. I'm talking in English here, right? We're not talking in a different language that you can understand. We're talking in a language that you can understand. And you guys can't conversate. There's 186 people in here. We're going to go back to the game set. Why are we lagging? Why is the CPU so high? 59%. We're using 12 gigabytes of RAM. I don't know what is going on here. Something is not right here. Something is not right here. I think the game really broke something. Here. Something is not right here. We shouldn't be using... That seems incredibly... Is that high or not? That seems a little too high for what we're doing. If we were playing a game or so... It seems like Mafia 2 is running in the background, but I checked it, it's not. We closed the executable. Something is going... It must be doing a Windows update or something. I don't know what's going on, because I'll tell you that it's a little too high for what we're doing right now. We got one web page open with one tab and OBS and Microsoft Paint. Literally, that's it. And the task manager. So you got 4 things open. Make it make sense. That's what we're talking about. Michael is coming through. Brand new member. The demo seems very glitchy. Mafia 2 probably didn't close all the way, go to task manager and end it. Okay, give me 1 second. But it did, bud. Because it would be at the top of the list here on the performance tab, the processes tab. I'm going to get the calculator out here and start adding this up because this ain't making sense. I think it's just overheated. I don't know what to tell you. As long as it's working, I guess it doesn't matter, but it seems a little high to me. Seems a little high to me, but what do I know? Okay, we're going to need you to lock in here. The wind is getting crazy out here. It's a windstorm coming. It is a windstorm coming. Why can't you guys talk about this game? We're going to go ahead and play the trailer again. Because we're not listening. When trailer 2 comes out, I need over 1,000 plus viewers for hours straight. We need everyone in here. Because we have been covering this game before most have. That I can tell you. And I'm not talking about Mr. Boss. Who's live right now talking about this game? Not a single soul. We're literally the only one talking about this game live right now on YouTube. I can guarantee you that. Type it in. GTA 6 and then go and see who's live right now. No one. Why? Because they're not going to get clicks. Because until someone starts up a new fake rumor and people start buying into it, no one's talking about this game. So we're the only ones talking about this game right now in October of 2024. Well, guess what? The update is coming soon for this game. And it might not be the update that you want. Oh, fuck? Bro, that sounds like a motherfucking UFO. No one cares about GTA 6? Okay, well, in 55 days, you're going to start caring about this game. Why does no one... So Rockstar shouldn't make this game is what you're saying. And I've already made the argument that this is actually a big risk for Take-Two and Rockstar Games. Because why would they change what works, right? They have GTA 5. People are continuing to support that in crazy ways. Why would they disrupt that? It's honestly a big risk because this is only on PS5 and Series X and Series S, right? It's a big risk here to make this game. I've made that argument. So in my opinion, the game has to go above and beyond. The game has to go above and beyond. This game has to go above and beyond. It's a big risk that this game even exists. Because really the only reason to buy a PlayStation 5 going forward is for this game. Yeah, we don't know when it's coming out. We know 2025, but that's pretty vague. I don't understand. What is it going to take for you to latch onto this game? You need tits and ass? There's plenty of that in the trailer. Do you need tits and ass? There's plenty of that in the trailer. I don't know what you guys need, but it's crazy. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the poll. 81 votes rather. Trailer 2, this is what we asked. How many views in 1 week? 28% says 35 million. 29% says 50 million. And 43% says 100 million views in 1 week. I think that's crazy. I think trailer 2... I don't think trailer 2 is going to be as hype. We've already got our first look at the game. And unless this is an all-new city, really Rockstar could go above and beyond and say, hey, we're back in Liberty City, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? What if that's Jason's story, you know? What if Jason is somewhere before he gets to Vice City and meets with Lucia? Right? There could be more to this game. There has to be a fucking hook to this game. I think that's how you get the gamers in. You have the story where you play as Jason. There's got to be something to this game. They can't just... Jason has to connect with Lucia somehow. And I think we start off with Jason in maybe Liberty City. A portion of Liberty City at the beginning. A couple of hours in Liberty City. Something happens to Jason. He goes to Florida. And he eventually meets up with Lucy. I don't fucking know. There's got to be something here. Like, you can't do a generic GTA. This is the most generic GTA game that I've ever seen. Back in Vice City, catering and pandering to the basement dwellers. Woke as hell. We're down to 2 playable characters now, instead of 3. Where's the hook? We've talked about this yesterday. There's no hook for this game outside of great graphics. Well, maybe it doesn't need a hook because it's GTA and it's $1 billion entity. I guess that's fair to say. But where's the fucking hook? Show me Trailer 2, show me Liberty City, and show me Jason, and let's get real with this game. Let's get real with this game. That's where they need to take this game. Yes, primarily it's taking place in Vice City, but let's have a part of the story at the very beginning where we play as Jason and he's in Liberty City or some shit like that. That's gonna get me hooked. I need something interesting outside of this bullshit. Imagine that. Like, imagine that. Because you look at GTA 5 and you're playing in North Yankton before you get to Los Santos, right? Okay, well, it would make sense if you're playing as maybe Jason or Lucia and they're in a different city. That'd be fucking crazy. What if Trailer 2 started out like that? We're talking big views. We're talking the internet's going to start talking about this game right up again, right? Liberty City's back. Holy fucking shit. No one saw this coming, right? Shit, that'd be fucking sick. Oh, Lord. Two maps, two maps would be better than one. The only way that this game will be impressive is if they have a lot of interiors. Now, here's the thing. Mafia 3, and I've looked this up, I can't find the exact number. Mafia 3 has a shitload of interiors. I don't know how they did it, but they did it. And if you play Mafia 3, there's a lot of interiors in that game. And you can just go into, like, some of these random buildings, and it's like, okay. I mean, there's nothing to really do in them. You could probably find something... but the game has a shitload of interiors. It might actually be one of the most a modern open world game with there's bugs on the screen. Mafia 3 could be the Mafia 3 could be the Mafia 3 could be the I'm trying to think how to word this. I don't know how to word it. The modern open world game with the most interiors in the last how many years has it been? Jesus. The last decade. I think that's what we can say. So within the last decade, I think Mafia 3 is the interiors, the amount of interiors in that game is actually really impressive, but no one talks about it. Because you can go into a lot of places and that's what's needed here in this game. You have to understand how many open world games have come out since GTA 5. They have to incorporate everything. Get inspired from other games. Like the whole thing about this, the entire Watch Dogs franchise has come and gone since GTA 5, right? Like franchises have come and gone since the last GTA game. That's how long this shit's been. So the fact that we're just getting Jason and Lucia in Vice City and they're calling it a day seemingly, that's boring. Like they're playing it so safe. Okay, we're going to continue the trailer here. You guys, we need to start locking in here. This is... Oh my God. And I'm going to come back to this scene right here. If you watch and you can, if you watch the leaked footage, the strip club doesn't look like this. Now, I'm not saying that it doesn't, obviously the game ain't out, but why does Rockstar get a pass? Because if we walk into the strip club and it doesn't look like this, then this is not what the game looks like. It's a fantasy version of what the game could look like, but if we've seen the leaked footage in the strip club of Lucia going into the strip club, it doesn't look like this. So either this is a fantasy version of the game or this is what it looks like. But if this is what it looks like, then, well... Oh my God. We got alligators coming through. You know, I still don't know what I'm looking at when I watch this trailer. I mean, it's just like, well, is this what the game could be, or is this what's in the game in some capacity? Like, that's what I'm saying. Is this a fantasy of what Rockstar wants this game to be, or is this in the game in some capacity, whether it be a cutscene or something you actually interact with? Well, the only thing that's very strange is the lack of conversation in here. Because if Luke Steffens talked about this game, the damn video would have 50,000 views, and y'all be leaving your opinions in the comments. But we can't be bothered to talk about this game. Even if trailer 2 came out tomorrow, you still wouldn't be bothered to. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Jeez. You have the biggest video game. I don't care if you don't like GTA at all. You have the biggest video game by the numbers in the world, on the planet, and for some reason we can't even hype this up because the rumor mill hasn't started yet again. Someone hasn't created a fake rumor, and you know, I don't understand. We got ladybugs all over. We got ladybugs all over. We're going to continue the trailer here. What is going to spark some discussion? Because I'm trying really hard with you guys, and I understand we're 55 days away, and I understand that's a little bit of a way, but here's the thing. You got Call of Duty Black Ops 6 later this month. We'll be covering that more than likely. And what's in November? What is releasing in November? Does anyone know what's releasing in November? I can't continue the stream if the chat's going to be this dead because I'm talking to a brick wall. I think Rockstar should just come out and say, we're going to cancel this game. Wouldn't that be a swerve? Holy shit. I guess we'll just sit in silence for the rest of until the battery goes. We got 42% of the battery. Way too much battery here. We've been live for nearly 2 hours. Come on. Jeez. I mean, is it really that hard to talk about the biggest video game in the world? Is it really this tough? And you act like there's something else to discuss. Silent Hill 2, by the way. Well, I there's nothing to discuss with that game, believe me. That's already come and gone. So, I guess it's Black Ops 6. I don't know. I don't know what the current topic is right now. I guess people are still milking Silent Hill 2. I've already went through that game. We've already played it. It's a snooze fest, right? Should have been free on PlayStation Plus or something. This is going to be the talk of the town in 55 days. Even if nothing happens in 55 days, it's going to be the 1-year anniversary for this trailer. Some people are going to be talking regardless of whether or not something happens. So in 55 days, people are talking. It's as simple as that. Whether Rockstar does something or not, the 1-year anniversary is coming in 55 days. Is Rockstar going to acknowledge it? Are we getting an update on this game? Well, if history is any indication, we are going to get an update on this game. That's how it works. It's not an opinion. You can go back and look at GTA 5 and how they rolled that out. You can go back and look at Red Dead Redemption 2 and look at how they rolled that out. Literally, this is how Rockstar does things. So in 55 days, you should expect an update, because it would actually be weird if they didn't update this game, as they have in the past, within a 1-year gap. So I don't know why people aren't locking in right now. We're 55 days away from an update, unless Rockstar has totally gone off the cliff here and they're doing things differently this time around. Okay, we're going to end the poll here. Okay, we're going to end the poll here, and the 100 million is what you guys are saying. How many views in 1 week for GTA 6 trailer 2? You guys are saying 100 million. I think that's insanity. Where's that hype then? Because the trailer's not coming in 66 months. It's not coming in 6 months, right? It's not coming in a year. We're 55 days away. And once October... Here's the thing. Last year, everyone thought the trailer was coming in October. It didn't. So then the hype kind of... Last year, the hype was insane for this game because we didn't have the trailer 1 yet, right? When is Rockstar going to pull the curtain back on GTA 6? They've already confirmed that they're working on the game. And last October, everyone thought that this trailer was coming then. It didn't happen in October. Could happen. You know, maybe we get something in less than 55 days. But what we can say is that the anniversary isn't 55 days. We don't. The point we're trying to make here is that we don't have to wait long for potentially something to happen with this game. You don't have to wait until 2025. I mean, you might, but you're still going to more than likely get an update in 55 days. And even if you don't, speculation is going to be swirling around that time. The conversation will be all focused in on GTA 6. All these rumor sites are going to start posting a bunch of garbage for clicks because they're going to start hyping this crap up in 55 days. You watch and see. IGN will have an article. Comicbook.com will have an article. Everyone's going to start clickbaiting the shit out of this once we get real close to this GTA 6 1-year anniversary thing. I guarantee you. Is Input Funny still in here? If Input Funny is still in here, we're gonna... We can't even type in the chat here. What is going on with the computer? Unbelievable. No communication. I gotta wrap this show up. You guys threw the towel in early. It's a Friday, you know. Can't be bothered to celebrate with world class here. Can't be bothered to communicate. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just could never be me. Okay, Input Funny is here. Then should we go into another game session, or do you think? I don't think we can handle it. I don't think this will actually work. Should we go into another game session here? We could test it out. It might be a slideshow. Should we go into another game session here? Because we did it yesterday and it worked. I don't know what's going on today. We got 200 viewers and no one's communicating. It's unbelievable. Where's the Friday support? Y'all got paid. But you'll gladly pre-order this for $250. Buy some shark cards too, huh? Unreal. Don't do it. The demo is too glitchy. Okay. I'm just going to let you know, bud, that when we were playing the demo, it was buttery smooth for me on my end. Now, I don't know what it was showing you, but when I was playing the game, buttery smooth. No hiccups at all. So, I don't know if that's translating to your screen, but when I had the game open in full screen earlier, buttery smooth for me. So, I don't know if it's working in that way for you. When you communicate, you claim we're typing essays? Well, yeah, if you're typing an essay, we're not going to read all of that. We don't have time for that. Okay, we're going to go ahead and replay the trailer.
The only way
We can't even play the video.
to get through this is by sticking together, being a team. Trust.
This is everything you need to know about this game right here. She's on top. She's in control. And not only that, but in the next scene, she's the muscle. You know, you would expect Jason to be the muscle. You would expect Jason to be the driver. It seems like Jason's going to be the driver here. But not only is she the brains, she's also the muscle. The game's woke. The game is woke. This trailer confirms that the game is woke. You can disagree. You can even like it. I don't care. The game is woke. You guys were bitching and complaining about Abby and The Last of Us 2. Well, that's a copy and paste of what this is. This is Lucia's game. Like it or don't. This is Lucia's game. Like it or don't. It's Lucia's game. She is not only the brains of this couple, of this team, but she is also the muscle. They do love it. They can't get enough of this shit because, well, Lucia's got a big ass, by the way. Really? If this were a Saints Row game, you wouldn't hear the end about it, how terrible this is, right? Oh, it's so god-awful, right? But since it's Rockstar, they can just do no wrong. You know, they gave you guys Red Dead 2, and you guys simped over Arthur Morgan in that game. So now we're here, and who is Jason? I understand this is Lucia's trailer, and I understand it's on her. But that tells you everything you need to know. They're focusing it. This is their first trailer, their first impression of the game. We're focusing in on Lucia and her perspective. And she's not only the brains of this couple, but she is also the muscle. So what is Jason? Just the driver, the stupid idiot driver? I don't get it. Is Jason going to be the silent protagonist in this game? And Lucia's going to be doing all of the work? How is this not woke? If this were Saints Row, you guys would be chastising this game all the way up until release. But since it's Rockstar, it can do no wrong. They get a big pass. Even if they lie in the trailer and show you things that aren't even in the full product, the final product. She's the brains and the muscle. This is Abby 2.0. She is the brains and the muscle here. And again, if you look at the leaked footage, these characters look nothing like they do in that leaked footage. I have no idea why they decided to change the way they look. And I understand this is maybe a little bit more realistic because they don't necessarily look like actors and actresses in the leaked footage, but holy shit. If this were Saints Row, and you know I'm right, and you don't want to admit it, if this were Saints Row, you guys would say that this is garbage. But since it's not Saints Row, and since it's Rockstar, it gets a pass. Let's make it make sense. Bonnie and Clyde weren't woke. This is woke. And imagine taking a real life story and putting their woke spin on it. Like no one wants to see that. No one wants to see that. No one was asking for a woke tale of Bonnie and Clyde, because that's what this is. Go back and watch my first reaction of this trailer. My mind is blown. Because, well, initially the graphics, this shit looked like it was pre-rendered. Now it looks like garbage. Like, they have to take the graphics. Trailer 2 has to be even more impressive. That's the problem. They keep building expectations with this game because it's so far out. But here's the thing. When I saw this and I realized, oh my God, this is Jason and Lucia, because I looked at the leaked footage. There's over 40 minutes of gameplay of this game. Now, obviously, it's in its testing phase and all that crap, so we don't really know. We don't really know how it's going to play out in the final product. But if you look at the character models for Jason and Lucia in the leaked footage, these character models, this is not my Jason or Lucia. Let's just say that. Not my Jason or Lucia. They've completely changed the character models. They've completely changed the character models. Lucia does not look the same. Lucia does not look the same. They tried to make them look more realistic. Well, that's cool. We don't need... I don't think we're listening in here. And I don't think half of you guys even looked at the leaked footage, so you don't know what I'm talking about. Which wouldn't be surprising. And then, they deflate all of the hype here. This is the worst trailer in the world. This is the worst trailer in the world because they deflate all of that hype, and you can see my initial reaction when this first came out about a year ago. They deflate all of the hype because, right there. When I saw that for the very first time, I was out. Because they showed us, remind you, they showed us this trailer in December of 2023. And we're approaching 55 days for the 1-year anniversary of this trailer. They showed us this trailer in December of 2023, and they have the balls to come out and say it's coming, by the way, in 2025. Really? In this trailer. I would have rather had them lied and said it's coming in 2024. That way the hype is just a little bit bigger, and people aren't going to fall off. They just, it's almost like they don't want to make this game. I'm starting to think that that's maybe what's going on here, and that they just have to do something. They have to move it forward, but I don't know if this is really because it just doesn't make sense. None of this makes any sense, and especially if we don't. Tom Petty was woke, okay? Tom Petty. We're not going to get into it. So all of this makes sense. This is a woke celebration. Is what this game is. This is the most popular woke game that's going to exist. When this game comes out, let's talk about the censorship. Let's talk about the removed features that were in previous GTA games. This game is going to be woke. And if that's what you like, then go out and buy this day one. What if they wait until January? Okay, well, we're still likely going to get an update in 55 days. I don't see how you think if they stay silent on the 1-year anniversary for this trailer, it's a big red flag for this game. Because then people are going to start questioning, hey, it's been 1 year, Rockstar, what the hell is going on with this game? I mean, sure, they could stay silent until sometime in 2025, but eventually they're going to have to pull the curtain back on this game yet again. So even if they do stay silent and we get nothing in 55 days, I think that says everything you need to know about this game. And I think it's a massive red flag to think that this game's coming out in 2025 when they don't even have the balls to update us on this game on the 1 year anniversary, if that does happen. So I think if they say something, it's an update. If they don't say anything, I think that's an update in and of itself, and I don't think it's a good one. We have 55 days for the 1 year anniversary of GTA 6 Trailer 1. Even if they delay this thing, it's an update. It might not be the update you want to hear, but it's the update that I need, right? If they push this into 2026, I'm done covering it. I'm done covering it. I'm not covering a 2026 video game. That's fucking crazy. That'll be a 3-year wait potentially between Trailer 1 and the final product releasing. That's absolute insanity. And we've already waited 12 years on top of this garbage. 10 years or 10, 11 years, 12 years, whatever it is, on top of this garbage when GTA 5 came out. So it's insane. What can Trailer 2 even show to make people go crazy? I talked about it before. Earlier in this show, I said you start the trailer off. This is going to be Jason's trailer, right? We see Lucia, and that's fantastic. We see Lucia, but now let's show off Jason, and let's show off Jason not in Vice City, right? Let's kick it to Liberty City, because they have to come together. I don't know if they have to come together in the story, right? They're not just going to automatically be partners when you play the game, right? There's no fucking way. They have to build the story. So you start Trailer 2 off with Jason in a totally different city. I think that's what you do. Because that subverts the expectations. We know the game's going to be primarily for the most part, that's all we know. We know it's going to be in Vice City, right? But what if you subvert the expectations? Trailer 2, Jason in Liberty City. We're going not only back to fucking Vice City, but we're gonna spend some time in Liberty City as well, maybe for the prologue of the game, and that's how it's gonna connect with Lucia. Maybe he finds Lucia on the news or something, and you know, they have to connect. Just make it make sense. Just make it make sense. You have to show me something in trailer 2 that puts my jaw on the floor. And it'll probably be on the floor regardless, because it's going to be a brand new trailer of this game, and you know, it's going to be fun and exciting, even if it's woke. But if they really want to impress me, if they really want to wow me, let's take Jason to Liberty City. And at some point in the story, he goes to Florida, to Vice City. Yeah, and that's how they eventually meet up. And what happens if in the beginning of the game you play a little bit in Liberty City, and all new reimagined Liberty City? That'd be fucking crazy. That'd be fucking crazy. And we're talking like a snowy Liberty City, because they've never done that. Like maybe Liberty City in the wintertime. That'd be fucking insane. Because they have the assets for the snow, right, in GTA 5? What if they are related in some way? Who knows? I don't know. The game's going to be trash. I try and think of ways that they can make this game good, and it's almost impossible. It's almost impossible. Well, the second trailer should start off with Jason. This one starts off with Lucia. This one starts off with Lucia. It's the first person you see in this trailer. Who do we see? Lucia. Boom. It's her trailer. I get that. I understand that, okay? It's Lucia's trailer. She wins. Lucia. It's her trailer. I understand that. Okay. So with that said, we need Jason's point of view. We need some Jason. Who's this Jason guy? I don't fucking know. Well, maybe he came from Liberty City or something. Who the fuck knows? There's got to be something more to this fucking game. I'm telling you, there has to be more to this game than just. Well, here's a new Grand Theft Auto. We didn't really do anything with it. In fact, we actually went back to 2 characters, and you could argue that that's better. But we're going back to Vice City. We're not doing anything really new. Of course, the online is going to be revolutionary, or at least similar to what you guys love and one out of an online experience. But we're not. This isn't online. This is the single player campaign. This is the single player campaign. We're still about a year away from the new trailer. Let's get you banned, bud. Imagine having an ignorant take like that. I mean, honestly, it just doesn't make any... Oh, we got some issues here. What the fuck's going on? This guy is saying right here, let's see if this guy's a troll. He says we're still about a year away from a new trailer. The game's coming out in 2025. If you really think Rockstar is waiting an entire year for a new trailer, you're an idiot. I don't know what you're talking about, bud. That doesn't make a damn bit of sense. What the hell are you smoking, bud? The trailer's coming out in 55 days. If not, Rockstar is going to update you on this game in 55 days. You don't have to believe me. And even if they don't, that's an update in and of itself, because it shows that this game is not where it needs to be, and it shows that the devs are too busy on Twitter arguing about politics. So guess what? When the 1 year anniversary comes and goes, we either get an update or we don't. But regardless, it's still an update. In my eyes, it's an update. Because if Rockstar doesn't update us on this trailer in 1 year, then it's a red flag. The game's in developmental hell. And it probably will be pushed into 2026. If they don't have an update on the 1-year anniversary for this initial trailer, then the game might very well come out in 2026. And at that point, I don't care. At that point, I don't care. And Red Dead Redemption 2 is like 10 months apart. I checked after the stream yesterday. You're saying 10 months apart from when they first showed the trailer to the second trailer? The more people that buy Red Dead Redemption 1, people don't understand how groundbreaking and revolutionary this game is supposed to be. GTA 5 is a PS3 game. That's what I'm saying. But Rockstar doesn't have the talent anymore to really make another GTA 4, from what I understand. Well, the team that made GTA 4 is no longer there, so at least on the technical side. From what I have, you can go look at the credits. They're no longer at Rockstar. So you have the 3 guys that really put this thing together on the Rage engine. Well, they're no longer working at the company. So you tell me how that makes sense. It is the first GTA with the SSD. I think that is interesting, and I don't think anyone is talking about that. I've already brought up 2 positives with this game. I said it's the first game with an SSD, first Rockstar game developed with the SSD in full mind, and then it's not coming to PC day 1. Those are 2 positives right there. Those are 2 positives right there. Those are 2 positives right there. First Rockstar game with the SSD in mind from the ground up, and not on PC day 1. 2 positives right there. You want positives? There you go. 2 positives right there. Guys, we're going to have to wrap this up. I can't keep talking about this game when you guys don't care. I mean, I can and I will, but it's tough. Where's the Friday support? Nowhere to be found. We're going to have to take another 2-week break. Going to have to take another 2-week break with you guys. Just can't be bothered to tag along here for the 55-day countdown. I don't know. Shouldn't be that hard, but I don't know what it's going to take for you guys to get excited about this one. I guess you don't care because the game isn't coming until 2025, but that to me is not really that's not the focus here. The focus here is getting to trailer 2. It's not getting to the game when it comes out in 2025. We'll get there when that comes. Okay? The focus right now is that the 1-year anniversary for GTA 6 Trailer 1 is coming in 55 days. What is Rockstar going to do, if anything? That's where we're at right now. We're not thinking about 2025 when this game comes, or 2026. We're thinking about Trailer 2, or at the very least an update on this game in potentially 55 days. That's what we're looking forward to. They're not releasing it on PS4. Jesus. I can't have these conversations in here with these. We're going to have Harvard graduates in here. Got to get high IQ gamers in here, if they exist. What if Trailer 2 is really good? Well, we'll go down that road. If Trailer 2 is amazing, we'll let you know. And if Trailer 2 is really knocking my socks off, then we'll let you know when that time comes. It's not hard. I don't understand how people can't talk about this game. Do you constantly need new information? I could understand if we were in January and we were hyping this up and saying, you know, we're 300 plus days until Trailer 2. Like, okay, that's silly. But we're just 55 days. These 55 days are going to go by real quick, right? We're almost there. We're almost to the second trailer or an update on this game. And an update on this game is better than nothing. What song will be in Trailer 2? Hopefully it's not Tom Petty. But they seem to have a Tom Petty heart on here. I mean, Tom Petty, you know. Where's the support? We've been live for 2 hours and 12 minutes, and jeez, you guys can't get locked in here. But when everyone else is talking about this game, you'll be just so glad to join in on the conversation. Right? It's not going to be an issue then. But right now, it's still too early because you're in spooky season mode. You're playing Silent Hill 2 remake. You're looking forward to Black Ops 6. All these trendy current flavor of the week, flavor of the month titles. Well, I'd rather see a trailer 2 for this game to see how woke it is. Because we'll know how woke this game is. Once trailer 2 comes out, that's going to be enough material to really look at it and say, okay, this is the direction of the game. Right? Once you have another trailer out, you could really dissect it and say, well, this is where they're headed with it. There is a secret third character. Well, I don't know if you're right or wrong. Couldn't tell you. Maybe we'll see that in trailer 2. Okay. Well, we're gonna wrap it up. I mean, I still have battery, but it's time to wrap it up. We have too much battery. We got 30% left. That's way too much time. So we're gonna have to wrap it up. If there's a third character, that could be great. But I don't think that's happening. I think it's a 2-character show. I think it's a 2-character show, and I think that's where they're putting it. We're not getting a gameplay trailer. It's too soon for a gameplay trailer. Gameplay trailer, too soon for a gameplay trailer. We didn't say it wasn't going to sell. That's not the conversation that we're having here. We didn't say that this game wasn't going to sell. Obviously, it's going to sell. This is what everyone's waiting for. They just don't have anything to say about it because I guess it's too soon. But, you know, it's not too soon. 2 characters is better than 3. 3 is too much. Okay, well, we'll see we'll see where they take it. You know, if it's a more focused approach, then yeah, maybe 2 is better than 3. We don't need 3 characters if it's hurricanes. Yeah, they need to. You know, that's what I'm saying. What if trailer 2 starts off and they show a hurricane or something? Well, that will confirm that it's in the game. There's a bug on your shirt. Yeah. Well, there's a bug on the power button, and we're gonna have to press it soon, so we can wrap this show up. And maybe you'll join us in the coming days here as we continue to dissect this. I don't know. It's hard when you guys can't join in on the conversation here. You don't know what the content is of this channel. Okay, well, we'll get you banned for low IQ take. It's a video game discussion show, just like Reforge Gaming and just like Luke Steffens Gaming. That's what it is. Shouldn't be that hard to figure out. It's a little bit more abrasive than those shows, but we're not going to sit out here and pamper you, okay? That's what it is. It's a video game discussion show outside. No one else is doing this. We're the only one on the internet talking about video games outside live. It doesn't exist anywhere else. Does not exist anywhere else. That's why you should come in here with your wallet and start supporting the show. Because you are getting something unique. You are getting something different. It's a video game discussion show. You can disagree with it. You don't have to like it. I don't care. But we're going to hit the power button soon so that we're done. Because I'm tired of waiting around for you guys to come through and say, well, here we go. We'll keep it going. It's not hard. Leon Reaper is in the building coming through.
Has just tipped £10 through Super Chat.
Waking us up here.
The Last of Us 2. They made Abigail pancake titties like a man, and now Lucia in this will be wearing a strap-on with Jason.
Leon Reaper is in the building, and he's coming through, and he's saving the show here. Leon Reaper is coming through hard and strong here with a $10 super chat up on the acknowledgement board, and we'll keep it going here. Leon Reaper says, we had this woke problem since The Last of Us Part 2. They made Abigail have pancake titties like a man, and now Lucia in this will be wearing a strap-on with... Yeah, it's a woke disaster to say the least. Let's get a dub for Leon Reaper. Leon Reaper is coming through and saving the show here. Holy fucking shit, that's the wake up that we needed right here. Leon Reaper is in the building and he's coming through in a way that makes sense. Beautiful weather out here as we get this slow zoom in. Leon Reaper is coming through. He's coming through in a way that makes sense with a $10 super chat. We need you guys to lock in here and lock in a way that makes sense. Leon Reaper is is pushing hard and strong here. And for some reason, we can't. We can't keep up. Well, the game is a woke disaster, that I can tell you. The game is a woke disaster. The game is a woke disaster, okay? It's as simple as that. The game is a woke disaster. Okay, we're talking about GTA 6. We're not talking about other people. We're talking about a video game. We're not talking about what other people are doing. And Dennis is coming through. This is what we love to see. Dennis is coming through in a way that makes sense. My oh my, the second wave has started here. Dennis is in the building and coming through with a $10 super chat. That's what we love to see. Leon Reaper kicking things off here for the second wave. Dennis is in the building. And he's coming through with the $5 super chat. That's what a $10 super chat, rather, excuse me. The $10 super chat. Dennis is in the building coming through with the $10 super chat. Leon Reaper in the building coming through with the 10 as well and kicking things off at the second wave here. Leon Reaper in the building kicking things off. And Dennis following it up with a $10 super chat as well. That's what we love to see. Let's go ahead and get some dubs up in the motherfucking chat. Dennis and Leon Reaper coming through and supporting the show in a way that makes sense. It's nothing but Dub City up in here. We were just moments away from turning the stream off here for today. But we'll keep it going for a little bit longer. Dennis and Leon Reaper in the building and coming through in a way that makes sense. It's what we love to see. Dennis and Leon Reaper. Why are we using 13 gigabytes of RAM? Something is wrong here. I don't know if anyone's tech savvy, but something is not. We shouldn't be using 13 gigabytes of RAM. That's insanity. We got 2 programs open. That doesn't make any bit of sense. But maybe it does. So that just means you need 32 gigabytes of RAM going forward. Minimum. 16 gigabytes of RAM is not enough, clearly. We're running out of memory.
Happy Columbus Day. Thank you for discovering America.
Who's Columbus? IAD kicking things off. He popped the cherry earlier, as you can see right here, and he's coming through, and he's now coming through with the 2-time Tony Hawk combo. It's what we love to see. IAD coming through and popping the cherry, and now he's back up in it with a 2-time Tony Hawk combo. That's what we love to see. It ain't nothing but dubs. Happy Christopher Columbus Day. I don't know who the fuck that is. Some sailor that found fucking America or some shit. That's a fictional story, ain't it? Like, I don't fucking know. I mean, I guess it's not because they have Columbus Day, but he was probably out on that fucking boat that was made of, like, paper or some shit, and he came out of the woodwork and found America, by the way, with his telescope. Like, okay, but you know what I mean? Like, really, I mean, that's a fairy tale. Oh, my God. Oh, wow. We're using all of the RAM. Why are we using so much RAM? There's a memory leak. Bro, we got a motherfucking memory leak. It should not be using this much RAM, homie. Why are we using so much RAM? Why are we using so much RAM? Bro, we got a motherfucking memory leak. 13 gigabytes of RAM? What are we doing? We got to switch to a different browser or something. Is Microsoft Edge? I don't get it. So what this basically says is that 32 gigabytes minimum for 2024 and beyond. I think 16, at least for Windows. I don't know what's going on here. We shouldn't be using that much memory. We're running out of memory. That's why this shit's lagging. Click on processes. It just says OBS is hogging all of it up, but it shouldn't be using that much RAM. That's insane. That's insanity. We're not using Google Chrome. You know what? We're going to start banning. We're literally not using Google Chrome. We're not using Google Chrome. Quit saying we're using Google Chrome. God. You know, we're about ready to wrap this up. The damn thing can't even handle it anyway. Click on memory and we'll see what's using it. Give me 1 second. Okay. It's not showing. Processes. Here we go. Yeah, everything's lagging. I don't know what you... It's Microsoft Edge, and Microsoft Edge is using... Turn off Google Chrome. We're going to start banning. Okay, we're gonna end this task here. Here, let me pull it up on the screen. You guys aren't listening. This is what it's showing right here. We wish we would start listening, but... Oh my God! We got a virus. This is what's going on here. I don't understand. Why is it popping up on the screen? Why is Microsoft Edge 74% CPU and 90% memory, by the way? No, something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right, bro. So you guys know all about computers, then tell me, we shouldn't be using this many resources. If we were playing a game, I can understand some of this stuff being maxed out, but something is not. We shouldn't be using this much memory. I mean, this is crazy. This is crazy. Microsoft Edge is using 4 gigabytes of RAM. So, well, let's start doing the math. Get the calculator out because you guys aren't listening. We have 16 gigabytes of RAM. You're saying Microsoft Edge is using 4 gigabytes of memory. That's 4, and the operating system uses 4. That's 8, probably, right? Right around there. We're gonna say 8. So what? So OBS is using another 4. 4. What's 8 plus 4? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's 12. Maybe that makes sense. So everything's using 4 gigabytes of RAM. That doesn't make... Why is it using so much memory? I don't have 14 tabs. I have 0 tabs open. Why does it say there's 14? We don't... I have one tab. I have... What do we have open? I have 2 windows open for Microsoft Edge. There's no 14 tabs. There's something wrong with Microsoft Edge? Well, we don't have 14 tabs open, that I can tell you. I have 2 windows open. That's what we have open. What is all this shit? What is all this shit? Boy, we got fucking viruses. Network service, pre-render new tab 4? Bro, 25% usage? We're running out of memory. So what you're saying is that we don't have the specs that we need to do what we... Really? We're not... Click the arrow on the left side of the Edge button. We just did. We need people in here. Okay. We're going to start banning. Looks like streaming is taking up most of it. Okay, well... Why is it utilizing so much memory? We're going to have to wrap it up. We have no solutions in here. I mean, I didn't look yesterday. Maybe it was... We've had some issues with the stream, apparently. Someone was saying it was lagging earlier, and then I looked into it, and it seems like we're utilizing all the memory. Well, yeah, that's going to... How are we able to game earlier then? If we were using... Let's get the calculator out. If we were using 63% of the memory... 63... How were we able to even run the damn game? How were we able to run the damn game? 91% memory. How was I able to even launch the game? click the tab live streaming in Edge. I don't know what that means. Give me 1 second. Click the live streaming tab. I don't know what all this shit is, dude. It seems abnormal to be utilizing this many resources just to do the stream. That's crazy. But maybe it's not. If you have an SSD, you need to use... Okay. I don't have any tabs open, you idiots. I have 2 windows open. We have the Rockstar Games trailer, and I have the YouTube dashboard stream shit. Okay, that's 2 windows. I don't have any tabs open. You guys are trolls. We have 0 tabs open. I have 2 windows open. I have 2 windows open. That's it. No tabs. 2 windows open. Arrow, not tab. 377 arrow. Dude, you guys, we're not going to play tech support out here, guys. Unless you have a computer science degree, we're just not. 377 arrow. Where are you seeing the 377 arrow? Bro, this guy is smoked. Yeah, I clicked on it. It says youtube.com, subframe. I guess we should... What is the solution? We just can't do it? Unreal. Close the Edge and open it. Maybe it connect to other app. Edge does that. 377 arrow. It's using 3 gigs of RAM. Okay. We don't have time. I got to wrap this up. We don't have time to mess around here. We still got 27% battery. It's too much... Been live for nearly 3 hours. You make great content. That's fantastic. It's bedtime. You have an arrow below Edge icon. Click on it. I clicked on it. I'm looking at it right now without it being on the screen, and it's not revealing anything it's not saying anything. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Maybe it's just a glitch today. I don't know. Download the trailer, by the way. Okay. You guys are not listening. We're going to have to wrap this up here. The reality is that we're out of memory. Okay. You know, we're 59 on the CPU, we're 87%. Why is the memory being totally utilized? Like, this makes 0 sense. You know, I could see if it were 8 gigs of RAM, but like, bro, we're on 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I guess that's not enough for 2024. We're on 16 gigabytes of RAM, and it's pretty much being fully utilized, which doesn't make any sense. You're going to watch the Baldur's Gate 3 streams tonight? They announced Alien Isolation sequel. Can you play the first one? No, you want me to boot up Alien Isolation? Well, it won't work. How is it running the game? Where's Input Funny? Input Funny, how was it running Mafia 2 earlier? Something happened with Mafia 2, and how were we running the game earlier? Because when I played the game, it was buttery smooth. And if the memory was at 80-something%, there wasn't enough headroom for the game to run. So this started happening, it had to start happening after Mafia 2. And there's seemingly a memory leak somewhere here. Because it doesn't make sense. There would not be enough headroom for that game to even run. So this clearly started happening after I played the game, because if I played the game with these stats, there wouldn't have been enough headroom. right click on the 87% memory and see the options? Dude, you guys are trolls. What do you want me to... we're not... Okay. Because you guys were not listening. The Mafia 2 demo seems glitchy. I don't know what that means. Guys, we're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. We're wrapping it up. We gotta wrap it up here. The battery is lasting too long, I'll tell you that. 20%, by the way. So lower the screen brightness down, it'll last even longer. You know, it's just like it says tab live streaming is taking up most memory. Do you have a tab open with your stream running? We have it paused. Yeah, I have the YouTube crap open right here. We can refresh it and see if that helps. Oh, wow. We just started lagging the computer. You guys are not listening. I'm going to close Microsoft Edge and I'm going to see what happens. We're going to close Microsoft Edge. We're going to close Microsoft Edge. We're going to close. I'm going to show you this right here, right now. You guys are trolls. I'm going to close. I just closed Microsoft Edge. It barely went down, dude. Okay, it's fully closed. What are the results? 66% memory, 56% memory, and 69% CPU. That's still crazy. Like, what is going on here? So now it's half. 50% and 56%. That's still not... is that really that good? This should be down to like... Bro, this should be at like a 10% max for both. Like, why are we... I just closed Chrome. I just closed Chrome, by the way. You know what? We're wrapping the show up. Sick and tired of it. Chrome, by the way. You guys thought... If I were using... That's why I don't use Chrome, because it eats up memory. But this does too. It's the same fucking... We just opened it up again. Microsoft Edge is a hog. Okay. Well, what do you want me to do? Actually, it looks a little bit better now. Hold on. It didn't go back up. Look at that right there. It didn't go back up. It went up 10%, 60 and 62%. It was just, look at that right there. I closed it and I reopened it. And it only went up 10%. It only went up 10%. I just closed Microsoft Edge and I have it back open, but it only went up about 10%. Because we don't have the GTA 6 stream. We don't have the GTA 6 trailer going. I think that you have that going in 4K, and I think that eats up all the memory. We had the GTA 6 trailer in the background in 4K on YouTube. Okay, we're gonna wrap this up, folks. Memory leak, it's slowly going up. We're gonna wrap it up. Last call here. It was still loading the chat and you're paused the stream. Okay, but how do we play the game? I mean, Mafia 2 is an old game, I understand, but... It's still lagging. But we're going to wrap it up here. 64 gigabytes of RAM, by the way. Okay, we're going to wrap it up here. We got 55 days until GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary. We need you guys to lock in. Today we sort of locked in, but I don't... But a 2 hour... This is as long as This is as long as Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I believe. So you basically watched you basically watched the whole movie of Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's about the same runtime as that movie, maybe a little shorter. So you could have either watched Quentin Tarantino's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood or this stream. And I would argue they're actually very similar, because that movie is really slow. You kind of follow around Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, and then nothing happens basically until the end. So, alrighty, folks, we are going to officially wrap it up here. That is going to do it. We're going to wrap it up here. That is going to do it. So we got 55 days until the GTA 6 Trailer 1 anniversary, and we will see how the cookie crumbles as we continue to cover this throughout the month of October, and of course into the 1-year anniversary, which of course is in 55 days for GTA 6 Trailer 1. Could Rockstar pull the curtain back, or are they going to continue the silent treatment? We don't know. But I think it's going to be interesting. It's going to be an interesting ride, to say the least, as we're just 55 days away. So with that said, that's going to do it. Appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, supporting the show. And we will see you later. It's over.